Good evening and welcome to the 7 o'clock English news from the Sultanate Oman Television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq gives audience at the Al Baraka Palace today to the Director General of the World Trade Organization and expresses his appreciation of the efforts made by the organization to facilitate global trade movement and ensure the stability. The Council of Ministers refers the draft law on social protection to the Council of Oman to complete its legislative session. And the Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs announces that electronic registration will be open for citizens and residents wishing to perform Hajj rituals this year, starting from 21st of February. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq gave an audience at Al Baraka Palace today to Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Director General of the World Trade Organization. His Majesty the Sultan welcomed the guest and expressed his appreciation for the efforts made by the organization to facilitate global trade movement and ensure stability, and the pioneering role it plays in overcoming the challenges facing the global economy. For her part, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, WTO, expressed the organization's pride in the distinguished relations of cooperation with the Sultanate of Oman, praising the open trade and investment policies pursued by it under the wise leadership of His Majesty the Sultan. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Dr. Hamad bin Sulaiman Al-Aufi, Head of the Private Office, His Excellency Qais bin Muhammad Al-Yusuf, Minister of Commerce, Industry and Investment Promotion, and His Excellency Ambassador Eloy Lauro, Senior Advisor of the Director General of the World Trade Organization. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq sent cable greetings to His Excellency President Alexander Vučić of the Republic of Serbia on the occasion of his Republic's National Day. The Council of Ministers has approved the referral of the draft law on social protection to the Council of Oman to complete its legislative session. The step was undertaken within the context of the Council of Ministers' keenness to finalize procedures linked to the restructuring of retirement and social protection systems. The Council of Ministers commended the new social protection system designed in line with the best international practices, standards and experiences based on transition from case study programs to a comprehensive system coverage. It also introduces a transition from providing assistance to needy families to a concept of protection against life cycle risk for all segments of society. The overall objective is to achieve social and economic stability in line with Oman Vision 2040. The draft law allocates new social benefits to the elderly, children, the orphans, widows and low-income families. It also caters to old-age retired personnel and to the designing of unified retirement system for all sectors of the labor market, both government and private. Such a process is envisaged to cover the stage of retirement, death and disability risk, labor injuries, occupational diseases, and job security. An additional sum of 400 million Omani Riyals has been allocated in 2023 to implement programs and benefits endorsed for the social protection system.
The draft social protection law comes as an affirmation of the keenness and sublime interest of His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq in social aspects to achieve well-being for the citizens as included in Oman Basic Law. The social protection system aims to achieve the design of an integrated system through monetary social benefits and social insurance programs to develop comprehensive basic social protection programs that target different groups and stages of the life cycle and provide a minimum level of social protection for the individual of society. It also includes expanding its coverage of various groups in the labor market and is based on subscriptions to cover various risks that an insured may be exposed to, especially that of a decreasing ability to earn due to age, disability, work injuries, occupational diseases, sick leaves, and others. It also aims to establish a central administration and a unified community database to provide cash benefit and social insurance programs, making them easily accessible to the target groups with clear entitlement terms and unified provisions, in addition to ensuring that the social protection system is able to accommodate economic and social changes. The draft law includes approving several monetary benefits for social protection programs, the entitlement of most of which does not depend on social research, social insurance programs, and savings programs. The social protection benefits include the elderly benefit, which is a monthly cash benefit for every Omani and targets the elderly to cover the decline in the earning capacity of this age group, and the childhood benefit, which is a monthly cash benefit. It also includes a benefit for persons with disabilities, which is a monthly cash benefit and targets persons with disabilities whose condition requires care and support, whether the disability was from birth or due to a late symptom, and benefit of orphans and widows, which is a monthly cash benefit and targets orphans and widows who are not covered by social insurance systems, or they receive pension shares less than the entitlement specified in this benefit, in addition to the family income support benefit, which is a monthly benefit based on social research and directed to support families with lower incomes and less opportunities for earning, and is linked to the number of family members and their total income. In addition, the social insurance programs also include social insurance programs for the risks of the elderly, disability, and death, the unified retirement system, social insurance for work injuries and occupational diseases, social insurance for job security risks, and social insurance for sick leave and unusual leave.
The Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs has announced that registration will be opened for citizens and residents wishing to perform Hajj rituals for this year from the 21st of February. The registration can be done online by pilgrims of the Sultanate of Oman until the 4th of March. The ministry stated that registration in the system is not considered a promise to grant eligibility or the final approval thereof, except after the completion of the registration process, sorting eligibility priorities, identifying those who are eligible for opportunities, and informing them officially. Discussing the water resources governance was among the most prominent topics tackled by the State Council Office meeting, along with the issue related of water resources, the approaches of the regulatory and legislative framework, and the efficiency of production and consumption. The meeting also reviewed the challenges facing this sector and ways of ensuring water security that contributes to achieving sustainable development in this area. Also, study on arts and their role in the national economy was discussed during the meeting. His Excellency Sheikh Abdul Malik bin Abdullah Al-Khalili, Chairman of the State Council, chaired the meeting. To come, a news bulletin. Competitions of the 6th Al-Bashar Camel Festival continues in the Wilaya of Adam. Welcome back to the news. With the aim to create commercial and industrial partnerships between the Sultanate of Oman and India Oman-India Business Forum discussed today in Muscat the information technology, communications, mining, minerals and manufacturing of plastics. The forum, which was organized by Oman Chamber of Commerce and Industry, also reviewed the healthcare, fabric, herbal teas and more commercial activities. The forum, which was attended by a number of businessmen from the Sultan of Oman and India, discussed the mechanism of creating partnerships in the commercial field through organizing such events in different governorates of the Sultanate of Oman.
We have a delegation from India, from the PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry, strong delegation representing various sectors. As you are aware, we have a very strong trade and investment relationship between India and Oman. Bilateral trade is growing at a very healthy pace. We have crossed $10 billion of bilateral trade last year, and inshallah this year will be much higher than that. Investments are also growing. There is a lot of interest from Indian investors to come and look at Oman as an investment destination. We are actively promoting that. We encourage, we want more and more Omanis to travel to India, not just for medical tourism, but also for tourism purposes, for business purposes.
The Municipal Council in the Governorate Musandam held its second meeting this year. The meeting discussed a number of topics related to roads and residential areas. It also reviewed some activities that are not allowed to be invested by foreigners in the governorate. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Sayyid Ibrahim bin Saeed Al Busaidi, Governor of Musandam. The Rotation and Career Planning Conference started today in Muscat. The conference, which is organized by the Ministry of Labour, aims to develop performance, enhance capabilities and invest in the employees' self-differences. The conference seeks to introduce the benefits of job planning and rotation, such as empowering and raising the efficiency of the employee, demonstrating the skills and abilities inherent in the employee for innovation and creativity in workplaces. It also seeks to bringing experiences, practices and knowledge from other parties through the applicable systems. The shooting competition for the units of Royal Court Affairs for the year 2023 was concluded at the shooting grounds of the Royal Guard of Oman in Halban under the auspices of His Excellency Nasser bin Hamoud Al-Kindi, Secretary General of the Royal Court Affairs. The competition, which started on February 5th, included pistol and rifle shooting competitions for officers and individuals, in addition to the group tournament for the rifle dishes competition for officers and individuals and the group tournament for the pistol dishes competition. The closing day witnessed the final of the group tournament for the pistol dish competition and the final of the group tournament for the rifle dish competition, in addition to the exhibition shooting for general managers, the assistants and civil employees from various job segments. Al Moj Business Park is launched to be a future model for the business sector. More details in the following reports.
In light of the Sultanate of Oman's interest in tourism as one of the main pillars of sustainable and diverse economic growth, Al Moj Muscat inaugurated Al Moj Business Park to be a future model for the business sector.
Al Moj Business Park is one of its kind in the region, in Muscat, and we are so pleased that we will be utilizing the land parcels that are available inside the golf course, which will add value to the golf without affecting the golf. Rather, it will be affecting the golf positively by bringing more life to the golf area. As well, this will be a component which is adjacent to many other components like a hotel, which has been announced already, that is going to be inside the golf. As well, there will be also some other food and beverage facilities and what have you.
The business park provides a total office space of 39,000 square meters, distributed over 8 medium-rise buildings within 2 areas, 3 buildings of which are located in the Eastern Business Center, while the other 5 are located in the Western Business Center. They may appear to be separate from each other, but are actually connected in a unique harmony through beautiful gardens and outdoor spaces.
From our side as a municipality, we give all the needed support, and we were delighted to extend our services to all investors and developers who are willing to add or to deliver to the market a unique project that has high efficiency in design, has facilities for people. We want projects to have a component of innovation, and I think this project has it all. We wish also other investors and developers follow the same route.
In addition to the offices and ground gardens, each building also includes gardens on the upper floors as well as parking spaces.
For the second consecutive day, the races of the 6th edition of the annual Al-Bashair Arabian Camel Racing Festival continued in the Al-Bashair Camel Racetrack in the Wilaya of Adam in Al-Dakhiliya Governorate. More details in the following report.
Suspense and tough competition were present in the races of the second day of the 6th annual Al-Bashair Arabian Camel Racing Festival. The afternoon session witnessed 5 rounds for a distance of 5 kilometers for a Ligaya Camel category owned by institutions and citizens. In the first round, which was allocated for camels owned by institutions, the camel Nahab, owned by the Royal Corps and trained by Rashid bin Salam al-Ghailani, came first and grabbed Al-Bashair Cup trophy.
شيل الكاس شيله شيله بيمينك شيله مشكور يا راشد مشكوره راشد بن سالم بن علي الغيلاني يقدم نهب 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 تهانينا والناموس.
In the second round, Awaid for Atiq bin Matar al-Qubesi from the United Arab Emirates won the first place and obtained Al-Bashair Cup.
ما زالت مستمرة ياهو شوط ياهو كاس ياهو كوت عوايد 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 مع الكاس إلى الإمارات الكاس إلى أبو ظبي إلى أبو ظبي إلى العاصمة. هذه هي عوايد تأتي بالمركز الأول.
In the third round, Adham, also owned by Atiq bin Matar al-Qubesi from the United Arab Emirates, came first and grabbed the trophy of this round.
بن حسن القبيسي بمناسبة فوز أدهم حصوله على بندقية اللقاية الجعادين. هذه لحظة الوصول.
This festival focuses on Omani heritage and the small aspects of Omani heritage and cultures. Most people in Oman are trying to participate in this occasion, actually in the economic sides. So some people come from around Oman, from different regions, to participate in such occasion, which is really support the economic side of Oman. And we hope that all people get what they want, and inshallah they will win in such race.
The morning session of the second day of the 6th Al-Bashair Annual Festival for Arabian Camel Racing witnessed 15 rounds for a Ligaya category for a distance of 5 kilometers. 10 rounds were allocated for the Al-Bikar Camel category and 5 rounds for Al-Ga'dan Camel category. From Al-Bashair Camel Racetrack in the Wilaya of Adam, Salih Abu Khalfan al-Rahbi, Al-Dakhiliya Governorate.
You're watching the Sounds of Oman television. Before tonight's news, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq gives an audience at Al Barka Palace today to the Director General of the World Trade Organization and expresses his appreciation of the efforts made by the organization to facilitate global trade movement and ensure its stability. The Council of Ministers refers the draft law on social protection to the Council of Oman to complete its legislative session. And the Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs announces that electronic registration will be open for citizens and residents wishing to perform Hajj rituals this year, starting from 21st of February. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from Al-Bashair newsroom in the studios Good night.